Hello and welcome back to the series. EXP here, and today we are in the middle of about 1,000 projects. Yes, we are. So let's not dilly-dally, shall we? We need to start rushing and decide what we actually need to do today. If I could remember which button to press. I mean, you haven't seen any of that, but literally I just spent about a good 20 seconds pressing every button on my keyboard just to remember which one it was to get rid of that view. Well, here we are. Now, the first things we're going to go through is relatively... Oh, I need to patch that. Is relatively close. It's just above us because we have slowly, over the past few days, been collecting a bunch of wood and a bunch of leaves. And, well, leaves as in I've now got my hoe ready. Silk touch on breaking mending. I don't think there's any point trying to get efficiency on a hoe because what exactly do you need efficiency for? The leaves auto mine anyway, so that's all I need it for. And farmland, but farmland it's one-on-one. There's no worry about it. Anyway, I'm dillying and dallying, even though I've said I shouldn't be dilly-dallying. So let's get up here, show you what I've got so far, and I don't think it's anywhere near what I need. So we've got... Oh, you're incomplete. There we go, let's move everything along. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 stacks of dark oak so far. 1, 2, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 stacks of leaves. 3 stacks of spruce and a bit, and 9, 10, 11 stacks of spruce leaves. We're going to need at least double the amount of leaves that we've got already. Wood, we might be okay. I don't know, like the scale of this thing is absolutely going to be, well, it needs to be monumental. That's the whole point of it. And so we're going to take a lot of inspiration from the master of building trees, Mr. Scar, or Good Times With, as he is known. And you may be able to see this landscape slowly changing as it thins out as I'm getting through this project. On top of that, if we head over to the perimeter, we have finally finished our medium-sized grind. I was going to say massive grind, but then I've been watching a lot of Doc M recently, and that man can grind, I'll tell you. My grind seems insignificant considering, but it was about 16 to 17 shulkers full of sand and a little bit of netherrack thrown in. About 4. No, it was about two and a half shulkers full of netherrack that we used as well, simply from digging out the gold farm. So I thought I may as well put that to use. So we can build our last bomber, and hopefully I've got this in the right place. And then it's wide enough. I can still see, especially on this side, that there's going to be probably a fair few leaks. But we've got to build this quite high because of all these trees. Well, not the trees, but the mountain itself. I will take all the trees down before I do that. But again, a project for another day. Today, we will mostly be over at the gold farm, and I'm going to build the building, and depending on how long we've got, I may even start to incorporate the sorting system. Now, it'll just be bulk storage for now, eventually becoming an auto crafter. Why am I climbing up here? The portal's there. Yeah, as I was saying, for now, it is just going to be bulk storage. In the long run, I'm going to add it to the auto crafter that is being introduced, which, to be honest, I'm very excited about. I do think it's going to make a huge change to the way we play this game, and I'm incredibly looking forward to it. That and the one block T-flip-flop that is being introduced with the copper light. Anyway, what do we actually want to do here? Oh yes, I like this inside. I don't think the inside needs anything else. I think what I'm going to do is build a tower around it. The dimensions are okay. I can take the corners down if need be. That's not a big deal. But what I think I'm going to do is build out on the corners. And so I'm going to go get the materials for that. If I can time-lapse it, I'll time-lapse it. If not, prepare for a montage. I'm definitely changing the roof too. And that's the tower built. So, what do you think? I'm going to add a bunch of lanterns here. Probably solar lanterns because they just look a little bit better. And probably one on top of here to light this up. I had this mural in the middle. I wasn't quite sure what I was doing with it, but I really like how it's come out. And yeah, that's basically all there is to this. The inside hasn't changed much, I suppose, since the last time you've been here. We added this for chucking all of the stuff that we don't want anymore. Let's just chuck some sticks. There we go. So everything that comes from that farm will end up in there that we don't want. Got a ton of gold just sitting around at the moment. And if we go up here, we have a very rudimentary way up to the top, although I haven't got a clue what I'm putting in at the top yet. But I suppose that's something we can think on going forward. Or leave your suggestions. What should we put up here? I'm probably going to put a floor to cover this. Actually, I can just replace, yeah, easy done. Just replace all this with another layer of them. And the floor won't look too bad. But yeah, as for a use case, I still don't know what I'm going to do with this building. So if you have any suggestions, please let me know in the comments down below. So, on to another part of today. Let's continue bombing. Oh, we don't need this anymore. There. Okay. Let's go bomb some sand. And here was me getting ready. I forgot to hit record earlier. We're off. We're off to a good start by the looks of it. We're a little bit high, but there was a little bit of highlight. We need to clear that side. So we're just going to see if we're going to complete our first run. And then we can crack on with the next few parts of the project. Oh, we got our first leak. Not too big of a deal. Of course, with this bar here, throwing it all over the shot, that doesn't help. But after this first run, we'll know for sure whether it's going to be a continuous problem or just a one-off. Nearly there. I think this is all right. I don't think we're going to be touching any other planks. What we're saying? Perfect. Do you know what that means, guys? That means this is the first time I've built one that has gone back and forth successfully twice, well, once in a row without any issue, and that is an absolutely beautiful thing. Oh, I do feel good after that. I mean, granted, this is a complete and utter failure, but I mean, to be honest, no, I think my placement's not too bad, to be honest. Once we get past the main bit of river, which is probably going to be another run or two, we shouldn't have to do any more fixing. This is actually quite successful. How strange. Did you know? I don't know if you knew this, guys, but if you actually plan things rather than half planning them and half attempting them, they actually go properly. I'm shocked. It's an absolute revelation for me. What a world. Whew. I'm really happy with that. Right, time for the cleanup, time to fix that, and we'll send it on its way to just blast away, I guess. Of course, we couldn't have had a perfect first lunch. Nope. The return station was a little bit too far back, but we've got it in a good place now. Hopefully, this does the trick. I was starting to worry then that that pillar was going to be where the TNT lands, but no, it's, yeah, it is. Oh no! Boom! Disaster! Oh boy! I knew I should have took it down. In spite of all this, it's still probably the most successful launch out of all three. Oh! Sorry about that noise. I know it was weird. I have no excuses for it. Right, let's crack on. I can't foresee any other major problems now. That should be the end of it. Let's go. We didn't activate a railet. That's what we want to see. Well, I was hoping to have this completely dug down one layer by tonight, but it is now 11:30. I've got to be up quite early in the morning, so I just can't finish it tonight. And it's still going to be done before this video goes out. I just don't know how much more we're going to have done before the video goes out. So I'm going to send it across one more time and deal with the aquifer underneath one more time, and then I'm going to bed. Just look at it. It's just constantly there. Water everywhere. Far too much to drink. Well, friends, we've tried and we've hit another roadblock. Let's go have a look. This rain is very fitting as well for our field at the moment. We won't be completing this trench this episode, nope, but we can go look at the gold farm in a bit. For you see, down here we've hit another massive aquifer, which is just really annoying considering the circumstances. Now, the little bits of water I can deal with as and when, it's not that big of a deal. But we are going to have to fill this entire thing. And after having to fill something like this 100 times over on this project already, I'm just feeling a bit deflated. Now, it's not to say that we're not going to get it done. We will get it done. It's just going to be a much slower process than I had hoped for. So I'm just going to patch this up for now. Probably go and collect a ton of sand, and yeah, then we'll go work on the storage for the gold farm. There. Are we happy? It'll do. Right. Gold farm. Now, the first thing I need to do is probably disable this. And the best way of doing that, I hope, is to remove this and then remove the egg. And as long as I don't go through the portals, we shouldn't have any issues. There we go. So we've got it all set up and running again. And hopefully, I mean, this chest is going to fill very quickly. So we put some ice and we're going to set our filters up very soon. I'll just turn the farm back on for now. I can close these so they can't escape. I'm just waiting for it to fill back up, which shouldn't take too long, to be honest. And this should be a system that will deal with it well enough. Let's just see with a small sample size. Yep. So we're gonna have stuff falling out. That's might be an issue. Why we are having stuff go in, but we're also having it fall out. So how do we tackle this? They can't get to me, at least. Yeah, we're gonna have to sort something out. I'm not quite sure how we're gonna tackle that, but we'll manage it eventually. We'll manage it. But at least we know the system works. And the portals still link up properly. Brilliant. On to the next part. So, I think we have something that kind of works, and I'll give you a demonstration very shortly. But yeah, let me just go through it. Hold on. This is going to be easier. So, down here, the first thing we have is, I can't remember if I said just or not, because I've had to record this in 2 sessions. But we've got the item drawer, which will pull it out at... Did I only put 1 in there? I can't remember if I got 1 or 2 in there in the end. Which then puts it into this super fast dropper, which shoots it out across this ice. And that's part 1. So everything will drop through, filter down into here, and it'll just continuously spit it out while we're killing. It should be fast enough that there's no despawns, but we've also got a manual shut-off switch here, which just locks this hopper. Oh, it might not lock the second hoppers, actually. I might have to change that to lock the dropper. Can you lock a dropper? I'll find out if you can anyway. But yeah, that's part 1. And then down here is the circuit for the actual item pusher. So when this is active, it will have send a pulse to this, a 1-tick pulse, which will force it to lift it up rather than hold it, and so it will start this circuit, which will withdraw this, allowing the items to fall into this chest, which will allow them to align to hoppers I'm going to put across this ice. You'll have to go a bit further just in case. And then once there is no more items, the detection drops, and this retracts back to there, unpowering this, which then goes through this little tiny delay circuit to stop this from pushing out before the items have finished dispensing. And so then it will push it, and everything will slide along here, going into their relevant hoppers, and then eventually Soulfire at the end to destroy everything, or throw it off the edge. I don't know. Either way, it's yeah, that's what that's for. So yeah, I'm pretty much running out of time now. I'll try and give a demonstration if I can. Right, where's my stuff? It's all here. Where's all the flesh gone? Let's just plonk all this random stuff I've been using back. 19 flesh should do it. So if we just pop up here, let's lock it first, then we'll know for sure. If we plonk this up here, yeah, so it's still going to suck it out. That's unfortunate. That also seems to mess up this circuit. So if we unlock it, at least, yeah, if it's locking that, that's fine. And off it goes. So yeah, this system seems to be fully working then. That locks everything in place. I suppose it can't allow this to drop again because that circuit's just constantly repeating. Yeah, that'll do. It's not ideal, but it'll do. So next week, I suppose, it's getting this a bit prettier and actually building the sorting system. I was hoping to have a bit more done this week, but it's just been one of them weeks where we can't get anything done. But I appreciate you all being here anyway, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!